Hi students, we are going to study today new topic, that is rationalizing the denominator. First of all, we need to know what is rationalizing the denominator. Means if the denominator of an expression contains a term with a square root, then the process of converting it to an equivalent expression whose denominator is a rational number is called rationalizing the denominator. Once again I repeat what they are trying to say. If the denominator of an expression contains a term with a square root, okay, then the process of converting that square root into an equivalent expression whose denominator is rational number, that is known as rationalizing the denominator. I will try to explain you with the help of an example over here. Say for example, it is given rationalize the denominator of 1 by root 2. So over here you can see that in the denominator an irrational number is there. What we need to do is we need to rationalize this denominator, means your denominator should be a rational number. So first of all, what we will write over here, 1 upon root 2. Then if we want to remove this irrational number, we need to multiply the numerator and denominator with that expression so that this particular denominator becomes a rational number. So 1 upon root 2 has to be multiplied with the root 2 by root 2. Why I have taken root 2 over here? Because root 2 multiplied by root 2 will become, you can see root 2 multiplied by root 2 will become 2. As you know that root 2 multiplied by root 2 is nothing but root 2 whole square, and square root will be cancelled and whatever left is 2, and 1 multiplied by root 2 will be root 2. So in this way our final answer will be 1 by 2 into root 2. So this will be your answer. Okay, in this way what we have done is rationalize the denominator. Here it was root 2, now it is 2. Okay, now we are moving on to the next question, that is rationalize the denominator of 1 upon 2 plus root 3. Now this is a kind of different sum in which we need to rationalize this denominator. Here we will use the identity 4 which has been given on page number 22 in textbook, you can see, and that identity is nothing but I will write over here a plus root b, okay, into a minus root b. This is nothing but what we have studied last year, I think so, that is difference of squares, a plus b into a minus b. So a plus b into a minus b is nothing but a square minus b square. So a the whole square over here and root b the whole square. So it will become a square minus square and square root will be cancelled, so it will become a square minus b. So what we need to do over here, as the denominator is in the form of a plus root b, so here we need to multiply the numerator and denominator with the conjugate of this expression. So conjugate of this expression will be like just like it is given, a plus root b is given over here. So conjugate of this is a minus root b, and the conjugate of a minus root b is a plus root b. So right now here the expression is in the form of a plus root b, this one. So we will write the conjugate as a minus root b. Okay, so the conjugate of 2 plus root 3 will be 2 minus root 3. That's why we are multiplying over here in numerator and denominator with 2 minus root 3. Now in the next step, 1 into 2 minus root 3 will be as it is, that is 2 minus root 3. In the next step, as we have seen over here, okay, this is a plus b and a minus b. So a square minus b square. Okay, so what is a over here? Your a is 2. What is b over here? Your b is root 3. So in the next step, the numerator will be same, 2 minus root 3 whole divided by 2 square is nothing but 4 minus root 3 square. Root 3 square means nothing but root 3 multiplied by root 3 is root 3 square. Okay, that is square and square root cancel is 3. So 4 minus 3 over here it can be kept. So 2 minus root 3 divided by 1, and if it is in the denominator 1 is there, so we should not write it like that, and this will be your final answer. Okay. Okay, now in this sum it is given that rationalize the denominator of 5 upon root 3 minus root 5. So over here in the denominator you can see the expression in on both the root has been given. So over here we will use the identity number 3 which has been given on page number 22 in the textbook. That is nothing but root a plus root b into root a minus root b. Okay, so root a plus root b into root a minus root b. So again a plus b, it is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. What is a plus b into a minus b is nothing but simply a square minus b square. So root a the whole square over here and b is root b. So square and square root will be cancelled. It will be a minus root, again square and square root will be cancelled. It will be b. So now as we have discussed, as we need to do the rationalization of this denominator, so this root 3 minus root 5 is in the form of root a minus root b. So the conjugate of this root a minus root b will be root a plus root b. So again the conjugate of root 3 minus root 5 will be the opposite one, that is root 3 plus root 5. Okay, as in the same way what we have discussed over here, that the conjugate of root a minus root b is root a plus root b. In the same way as it is given, it is in this form of root a minus root b. So the conjugate of this is root 3 plus root 5. Why we are multiplying this expression with root 3 plus root 5 in the numerator and denominator, as because we need to rationalize the denominator. That's why. Okay. Now further, this 5 has to be multiplied with root 3 plus root 5. So what I will do over here, I will write 5 outside and root 3 plus root 5 has to be kept as it is. Okay, that was in the numerator. Now in the denominator what it will be like, just like what we have discussed over here in root a plus root b into bracket root a minus root b. So it will be root 3 minus root 5 into root 3 plus root 5. So this time it will be like, the numerator will be same over here in the next step. So a minus b, a plus b. This is 5 over here. So a minus b, a plus b will be a square minus b square. So what is your a over here? Root 3. What is the b over here? That is root 5. In the next step, again the same thing in the numerator. Root 3 plus root 5 whole divided by root 3 whole square, any square and square root will be cancelled, will be 3 minus, so minus square and square root will be cancelled over here, so it will be 5. Next step it will be 5 upon 3 minus 5 will be minus 2, and in the numerator what has been remained as it is. Okay, so as we cannot keep a negative sign in the denominator, so we need to multiply this 5 upon minus 2 with minus 1. So in the next step it will become minus 5 by 2, and again this will become root 3 plus root 5 as it is. So this will be your final answer. Okay. So now what we have studied today, I think rationalizing the denominator, 3 examples we have seen. So on the basis of those 3 examples, you need to solve from exercise 1.5, that is in textbook. In that particular exercise, you need to do question number 5. In question number 5, 1, 2, 3 and 4, those 4 sums you have to do. Okay, you will try to do those sums. If any doubts will be there, we will be solving that. Okay.